Cristiano Ronaldo. The name itself sparks images of impossible goals, lightning speed, and that world-famous celebration. But behind the trophies and highlight reels, there's a side to Ronaldo that even his most loyal fans don't fully know. Because while the world sees the legend, only a few know the man behind the legend, his secrets, his struggles, and the stories that never make the headlines. From unbelievable routines that border on obsession to shocking twists in his personal journey, what you're about to hear will change the way you look at CR7 forever. Stick around, because these aren't just fun facts. These are the untold truths that separate casual fans from the real ones. Before he became a global icon, Ronaldo was just a kid in Madeira, with nothing but a dream and a pair of worn-out boots. Money was tight, and some nights even a full meal wasn't guaranteed. That's when a kind woman working at a local McDonald's quietly slipped him and his teammates free burgers after training. To her, it was just an act of kindness. To him, it was fuel for the fire that would one day change football forever. Years later, when Ronaldo had already conquered the world, he admitted he never forgot her face, and even tried to track her down to say thank you. Imagine that, the biggest superstar on the planet searching for the woman who once kept him from going hungry. But while kindness carried him through those early struggles, what truly shaped Ronaldo into the machine we know today were the strange rituals he developed before every single game. Every legend has its habits, but Ronaldo's are on another level. Before every match, he insists on stepping onto the field with his right foot first. On the team bus, he always sits in the exact same seat, no exceptions. And the strangest one? He refuses to get a haircut on game days. Some say it's superstition. Others believe it's part of his mental preparation, like flipping a switch into game mode. Whatever the reason, it's become part of his ritual, a hidden routine behind those unstoppable performances. But while his pre-match quirks may seem unusual, what few people realize is that football wasn't even his first dream. Believe it or not, football wasn't always Ronaldo's destiny. As a kid, he once dreamed of becoming a professional dancer. Yes, the same man who leaves defenders frozen with his footwork actually wanted to take those moves to the stage. And when you watch him glide past opponents with lightning-fast stepovers, it suddenly makes sense. His rhythm, his balance, his control. It's almost like choreography played out on grass. Fans joke that if Ronaldo ever swapped his boots for dancing shoes, he'd win Dancing with the Stars without breaking a sweat. But while his dream of dancing faded, the way he learned to move would soon give him an edge no one in football could match, especially when he started doing something that even NBA players struggle to pull off. We've all seen Ronaldo rise into the air for those thunderous headers, but the numbers behind his leap are almost unreal. His highest recorded jump is a staggering 2.93 meters. That's higher than the crossbar itself. To put it in perspective, that's a leap greater than most NBA players, athletes who train their entire lives just to dominate the skies. Scientists even studied his technique and compared it to a kangaroo's spring-loaded jump, saying his timing, power, and body control are perfectly engineered for takeoff. In those split seconds, he doesn't just look like a footballer, he looks superhuman. But what's even more surprising is that while Ronaldo was breaking the laws of physics on the pitch, he was quietly making a decision off the pitch that set him apart from almost every other player in the world. In today's game, tattoos are everywhere. Entire sleeves, giant back pieces, inspirational quotes etched in ink. But if you look closely at Ronaldo, you won't find a single tattoo on his body. And no, it's not because he doesn't like the look. The reason runs much deeper. Ronaldo regularly donates blood and even bone marrow to help those in need. Since fresh tattoos can affect blood donation, he made the decision to stay ink-free so he could continue giving without interruption. For him, helping others outweighed the trend of body art. It's a quiet choice that shows he's not just a superstar on the pitch, but a role model off it too. But while his selflessness kept him grounded, his raw speed on the field turned him into something far more terrifying: a sprinter with a ball at his feet. When defenders talk about facing Ronaldo, one word always comes up: speed. At his peak, he was clocked at 21 miles per hour, the kind of pace you'd expect from an Olympic sprinter, not a footballer sprinting with the ball. Analysts have said that if Ronaldo had chosen track instead of football, he could have lined up against world-class sprinters on the Olympic stage. But instead of chasing medals on a running track, he used that speed to chase down defenders, leaving them hopeless as he burst past. It wasn't just about running fast, it was about exploding at the perfect moment, turning defense into chaos in just a few strides. And while his speed carried him past opponents, it also carried him into something else entirely: a fortune so massive it placed him in a league of his own financially. Ronaldo isn't just rich, he's in a category almost no athlete ever reaches. His net worth has soared past $1 billion, making him one of the wealthiest players in history. Over his career, he's pulled in more than $1.5 billion through contracts, endorsements, and business ventures. To put that into perspective, if he wanted, he could buy every Lamborghini on the planet and still have enough left over for his own private island. But despite that mountain of wealth, fame hasn't always been smooth for him. In fact, one moment of pure emotion once got him into trouble in the most unexpected way. Ronaldo's career is filled with unforgettable moments, but one of the strangest came early at Manchester United. During a heated match, emotions were running high, and then it happened. Ronaldo gave the referee a cheeky wink. That's it. No violent tackle, no dangerous foul, just a wink. To everyone's shock, the ref saw it as disrespect and immediately showed him a red card, sent off the pitch for nothing more than a playful glance. Some fans still joke that it wasn't Ronaldo's footwork that got him in trouble that day, it was his charm. But while small controversies made headlines, what truly defined Ronaldo was how he transformed himself from a skinny teenager into the most physically dominant footballer on the planet. Long before the world admired his sculpted physique, Ronaldo was actually teased for being too skinny. As a teenager, he was told he didn't have the body to compete at the highest level. Instead of letting the criticism break him, he used it as fuel. He started working out obsessively, sometimes doing up to 1,000 sit-ups a day. Over time, that skinny kid transformed into a machine with the most famous six-pack in football history. His body became as much a part of his brand as his skills on the pitch, proof that discipline could turn an insult into an unstoppable weapon. But even with all the muscle, Ronaldo showed the world that his true strength wasn't just physical, it was the principles he lived by, and one simple moment with a soda bottle proved it to everyone. It was supposed to be a routine press conference, but Ronaldo turned it into global news with one simple gesture. Sitting at the table, he spotted 2 Coca-Cola bottles placed in front of him. Without hesitation, he moved them aside, lifted his water bottle, and said just 2 words: "Drink water." That moment wiped billions off Coke's market value in a single day and showed just how powerful his influence really is. But for Ronaldo, it wasn't about business, it was about discipline. He even admitted his own kids aren't allowed to drink soda or eat chips, and once scolded his son after catching him with both. To Ronaldo, every choice counts, whether it's on the field or at the dinner table. And that's what makes him more than just a footballer. Because behind the goals, the wealth, and the fame is a man whose life is built on discipline, sacrifice, and principles. From a hungry kid in Madeira chasing free burgers to a billionaire athlete with the world at his feet, Cristiano Ronaldo's journey is built on discipline, sacrifice, and relentless drive. His quirky rituals, his hidden dream of dancing, his gravity-defying leaps, and his decision to stay tattoo-free all paint a picture of someone who never stops chasing perfection. Along the way, he turned criticism into muscle, speed into dominance, and even a Coke bottle into a global headline. These aren't just fun stories, they're reminders of what sets Ronaldo apart. He's not only one of the greatest footballers of all time, but also a man who shaped his destiny through choices few people ever see. So now the question is, how many of these secrets did you already know? If you guessed more than half, you might just be a true CR7 fan. Comment "Love You CR7" below and let's see how many of us are out there. And of course, if you enjoyed discovering these hidden sides of Ronaldo, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that go beyond the game.